Honorable Men Discord. Laila Ali versus Claressa Shields. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notifications button. Tell a friend to tell a friend, to tell a family member. I drop episodes daily, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Let's get straight to it. So recently, Laila Ali attended a boxing match, and after the match, a reporter had asked her, about a potential fight with Claressa Shields. This has been going on for some time now, and they've had words in the media about each other. Do I think they respect each other as boxers? I think they have a respect for each other, but they're both competitive in nature. And I think it all went south when Claressa Shields self-proclaimed herself the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time. I think that's where it started. If I'm incorrect, let me know in the comments. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But with that being said, I'm not really concerned about the in particulars. I'm concerned at this point about whether or not this is going to happen, because they, like I said, they've been going back and forth for some time. And in that interview of Laila Ali was asked about, a potential fight. And Laila basically said, if she gets a call about 15 million to 20 million, she'll at least listen. And I noticed Laila Ali said that because I guess she doesn't want to, have to stand on her words. Would you consider Laila Ali ducking Claressa Shields? I don't know if she's ducking. Laila Ali, last time I checked, is 47 years old. I don't see it here, but she's 47 years old, and Claressa Shields in her 30s, right? But let's get straight to that clip. Actually, this clip is courtesy of Claressa Shields. So Claressa Shields set up a whole presentation. I find this to be hilarious, but it's entertaining nonetheless, right? So Claressa Shields is sitting down with her entourage, watching a TV of Laila Ali's interview that I just mentioned. So let's get straight to that, and then we'll get into other details.
And Claressa Shields, there's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight. What? Everybody's talking about it. Or in the boxing circuit.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody has 15, 20 million, don't even call me about it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like. Laila, I'm here with my team. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million. Let's make a fight between me and you, the best versus the best. The greats versus the greats. The GWOAT versus Muhammad Ali's daughter, Laila Ali. Let's make it happen. Mark, what else do we got?
Look, we have the two most prominent venues in this country, Cowboy Stadium, T-Mobile Arena, ready to go. They're extremely interested. We just have to finalize deals and dates with them. Most importantly, though, Ruben Branson, Win Records, thank you so much for supporting us, because that's what allows us to make this offer.
Thank you very much, Mark. Win Records' assignment was to bring forth $15 million. We have the $15 million for Laila. Let's make this fight happen.
That's what I'm talking about. So you saying we got the 15 million, we got the venue, and we got the dates. Now all we need is Laila Ali. Is he gonna make this fight happen or what? You asked for the 15 million, and we delivered.
So there you have it. Now, first and foremost, I've never heard of Win Records. I don't know where they came from. Anyone that's familiar with Win Records, maybe it's associated with Claressa Shields. I have no idea. Never heard of them. But the fact that I've never heard of them, and then here they are sitting at a table talking about we got the $15 million is like, okay, how? But again, I don't know anything about them. If anyone knows anything about Win Records, I'm more than willing to be enlightened in the comment section. But so hear me out on this, right? The thing that's comical about this is that Laila Ali really didn't ask for the $15 million per se. She was asked about a potential fight, and she was basically saying, well, if I get a call about 15 million, it's not like Laila Ali is showing up to boxing events and is asking to challenge Claressa Shields. It's not like she's out there trying to come out of retirement. I mean, Laila Ali's 47, all right? And I'll be honest with you, what I don't want to see is a fight like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I think we could all agree on that. If we disagree on that, I'll see you in the comments, and please explain to me why you enjoyed the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. But that's not what this episode is about, right? Does Laila Ali want to come out of retirement? I don't even know what Laila Ali's doing at this time in her retirement. I don't know if she has other business adventures that take up most of her time. All I know is that she's 47 years old. She looks like she's in great shape, but is it worth coming out of retirement to fight someone much younger than her? That's a question that I ask everyone that's watching this episode. Is it worth it for her to come out of retirement? Some may say, hey, $15 million, absolutely. And maybe she might do it. Maybe she might sign. Who knows? Another thing to consider is Laila must be looking at this, and I'm just assuming, Laila must be looking at this like, oh, look how fast she got 15. I'm going to hang tight and have them bring that number up, So, but one thing I will say is that Claressa, I have to applaud Claressa. I mean, Claressa really wants to fight this woman, and she did a great rollout to present that as a possibility by, doing this whole presentation with the video. I thought it was, when I first saw it, I thought it was hilarious because she actually shot it fairly fast after the fact that Laila said what she said. It wasn't long after, I should say. It wasn't long after Laila said what she said that Claressa was able to put that together and make that video to offer up the money. So what's your thoughts on all of this? I mean, this is pretty much cut and dry. I want to see the fight. I should have led with that. I want to see the fight. Does any of you want to see the fight? Do any of you want to see the fight, I should say. But yeah, I want to see this fight just as much as I want to see Crawford Canelo. Why? Because it's, at the end of the day, they both have good records, all right? So Laila Ali, in her career, she had 24 fights, 24 wins, 0 losses, 21 knockouts, which is very, very impressive. That means every time she got on the ring, she was knocking people out. Now, I'm not familiar with the competition that she fought back when. I mean, she retired in 2017. We're talking about 18 years ago. But regardless of the fact, she fought who was available to her. The same way Claressa Shields is fighting who's available to her too. And the reason why I have to say that is because there's going to be people, much like conversations when it comes to greatest basketball player, LeBron James and Michael Jordan. There's people out there that will attack the competition Michael Jordan had as though like, oh, he didn't really have no real competition like LeBron has. Listen, they came up in different eras. He had who he had. You can't fault the player for that, all right? Much like you can't fault the boxer for who she had. And that's not to say Laila Ali fought pushovers, right? But I'm just bringing up that point. So now we go over to Claressa Shields. And please forgive me because my buddy over here, my dog seems to want to act up now that I'm recording. And I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to, all that sounds you're hearing, his feet going back and forth, I'm leaving that right in this video. So anyway, Claressa Shields had 16 bouts. It says 0 KOs, but I believe on another page I saw she at least had 1 or 2 KOs and 0 losses. So the fact that neither woman lost, I think this is great. And they mentioned Cowboy Stadium. I'm all for it. Go fight in Cowboy Stadium. Let's make history. If for nothing else, Laila, get your money. And that's not to say Laila needs the money, but hey, Laila, you did say what you said. If fighting was completely not an option, Laila could have said, listen, I'm not trying to come out of retirement. She's doing her thing. I did my thing. Best wishes to her. I'm not interested. I'm 47 years old. But Laila, Laila, you kind of, you're kind of keeping the door cracked open as a possibility. All right, you got the door cracked open. It's either you want to close the door and say, listen, just stop with the offers. I'm not interested in coming out of retirement. Laila can do that, but she's not doing that. So it makes me wonder whether or not she actually is interested in fighting Claressa Shields. If she is, I'm all for it. I'm absolutely going to tune in and watch it. What about all of you? Are you interested in watching that fight, or you could care less about it? I think for Claressa, I think it's a good look because Claressa, like I said, Claressa, to my knowledge, hasn't backed down from fighting anybody, and she wants to challenge herself. She really wants to seek greatness, and I can respect that. Laila Ali, when she was fighting, she planned to achieve greatness, and I believe she did so. And, you know, but the one thing I will say, and I'm pretty sure many of you caught, was the little jab that Claressa said to Laila. She's like, you know, we can have the GOAT versus Muhammad Ali's daughter. I thought that was hilarious. Like, she really wants to get her ass kicked by Laila Ali. What's your thoughts on all of this? I'm for it. I'm all for it. You know, right now it's in the air, and we're waiting to hear whether or not Laila Ali responds to it. But I'm all for it. Again, I would tune in to something like this, and may the best female win. I can't even say, you know, what side I would pick on this. You know, I like fights like this where both people are undefeated and just lay it all on the line. Much like when Spence fought Crawford. Right, we didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I was going for Crawford at the time because I felt like he was an underdog and people were sleeping on him, and I liked the fact that he had to hustle to get that fight. I remember him like sort of like trying to press the issue behind the scenes at a fight, and he met up with Spencer, and he kind of had the cameras were out, and so he kind of put Spence on the spot, and Spence ended up committing to it, and then you see what happened with that. So I like going for the underdog, but in this case, I can't say Claressa's an underdog, and I can't say Laila Ali's an underdog. You know, they both been doing their thing, much like Spence and Crawford, but again, with Crawford and Spence, I was going for Crawford because he just wasn't a recognizable name, as recognizable as Spence, because Spence was, I guess, better promoted and was like the fan favorite. He had the bigger bank on his side, and for that reason I went for Crawford, and Crawford ended up winning. But with this fight, whoever wins, you know, kudos to them. I just want to see it at the end of the day. What's your thoughts? That's all I have on this. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.